Hello, today you are going to learn about the most important topics cleft lip and cleft palate, which are asked as short notes in exam. So let's get started with congenital anomalies of the face and the palate. Major morphological anomalies occur between 3rd and 7th week of intrauterine life, during which the face and the palate also develop. Anomalies is due to disruption in the process of formation. Disruption is due to various factors like genetic, environmental and teratogen. Some cleft appear as a part of syndrome determined by a single mutant gene or are the part of the chromosomal syndrome trisomy 13, also known as a Down syndrome. This is a ventral view of embryo of approximately 33 days. Shows frontonasal process, maxillary process, mandibular process, caudal part of the frontonasal process divided by the nasal sac into medial nasal process and lateral nasal process. The face is developed by the fusion and merging of the 5 processes around the stomodium, that are the frontonasal process, maxillary process, permaxillary process and permandibular process. This is the lateral nasal process of the frontonasal process. Now maxillary process first fuse with the lateral nasal process and then fuse with the medial nasal process to form the upper jaw and upper lip. Ventral end of the mandibular arch fuse with each other and form the lower jaw and lower lip. Now the classification of facial anomalies. It can be cleft lip, also known as hair lip, cleft palate, facial cleft or oblique facial cleft. Other facial anomalies are macrostomia, microstomia, single nostril, bifid nose, proboscis, cyclops, hypertelorism, erythrognathia and agnathia. Now we will discuss one by one. Cleft lip and cleft palate are the most common facial anomalies. Most of the anomalies are especially conspicuous because they result in an abnormal facial appearance and also has defective speech, eating problem and dental problem. Cleft lip is a congenital split in the lip of one side or both sides of its center. Usually upper lip of hair has a cleft, hence known as hair lip. Cleft lip is caused by hereditary factor, environmental factor and aged mother. Increasing mother age increase the incidence of cleft lip. Now the incidence of the cleft lip. Incidence in population is incidence of cleft lip in population is 1 in 1000 birth, more frequently in male. If couple has first child with cleft lip, there may be 4% chances in second baby will have cleft lip and 9% chances in third baby will have cleft lip. Now embryological basis of cleft lip. It is due to failure of fusion of maxillary process with the medial nasal process. This is the ventral view of the embryo of approximately 33 days. So this is the medial nasal process and this is the lateral nasal process. Cleft lip is due to the failure of fusion of maxillary process with the medial nasal process. Isolated cleft lip is rare and usually associated with cleft palate. The cleft vary from small notches to larger ones that extend into the floor of the nostril or to the alveolar part of the maxilla. Treatment of cleft lip. It can be treated surgically. Now, classification of cleft lip. It can be upper lip defect or lower lip defect. Upper lip defect further classified into unilateral, bilateral and midline. Lower lip defect is very rare and is always midline. Upper lip defect. Now, unilateral cleft lip is a commonest congenital anomaly of face. It is due to failure of fusion of maxillary process with the fused medial nasal process on one side. So, cleft may extend up to the anterior nares and affect the junction between the philtrum and the lateral part of the upper lip. Bilateral cleft lip is due to failure of fusion of both maxillary and fused medial nasal process. Midline hair lip is a rare condition, is caused by the failure of fusion of the two medial nasal process with each other. It is a feature of Moore syndrome which is transmitted as an autosomal recessive trait. Midline lower lip cleft is very rare, caused by failure of fusion of ventral end of the mandibular process. Now move on to cleft palate. Cleft palate is a congenital split defect of palate that result in communication between oral and nasal cavity. You can see this pink one is a palate. If there is a anomalous formation in development of palate, so there is a communication between the nasal and oral cavity. Usually patient with cleft palate has eating problem, speech and dental problem. The commonest cause of the cleft lip with or without cleft palate is multifactorial inheritance. The factors are genetic and non-genetic. The cleft palate is one of the features of trisomy 13, also known as Down syndrome. Is caused by environmental factors. Cleft palate is also caused by teratogenic agent like anticonvulsant drug, cortisone therapy in early week of pregnancy, and hypervitaminosis A during pregnancy. Cleft palate is not related to maternal age. Now the incidence of cleft palate in population is 1 in 2500 birth. More common in females. If couple has a first child with cleft palate, there may be 2% chances in second baby will have cleft palate. Now, embryological basis of cleft palate. Cleft palate is due to the non-fusion of median and lateral palatine process. In this diagram, you can see this is the maxillary prominence on both sides, and this is the intermaxillary segment that is formed by the fusion of the medial nasal process. The intermaxillary segment prolong backward to form a median palatal process. Now, the mesenchyme proliferate from the inner wall of the maxillary prominence to form the lateral palatine process. Now, lateral palatine process grow horizontally and it fuse with each other, and also it fuse with the nasal septum superiorly to form the secondary palate. Now, median palatine process that form a primary palate. Primary palate and secondary palate fuse to form the definitive palate. Is there any non-fusion of the one of the process that cause the cleft palate? Cleft palate may involve the uvula, may extend to the soft and hard palate, or associated with cleft lip. Cleft palate can be corrected surgically. Now move on to classification of cleft palate. Cleft palate may be complete or incomplete. Complete cleft palate further classified into unilateral and bilateral. Here you can see this is the primary palate and this is the secondary palate. Incisive foramen that divide the palate. Okay. Anterior to incisive foramen is a primary palate. Posterior to incisive foramen is a secondary palate. Incomplete cleft palate. The cleft palate may involve the uvula, or it may involve soft palate or hard palate. Cleft uvula has a fishtail appearance. Now, complete cleft palate further classified on the developmental basis. As you know, the incisive foramen that divide the palate. Okay. Cleft anterior to incisive fossa is known as the anterior cleft palate or cleft of the primary palate. Cleft posterior to incisive fossa is known as posterior cleft anomalies or cleft of the secondary palate. It is due to non-fusion of the lateral palatine process with each other. Combination of anterior and posterior cleft, also known as cleft of the primary and secondary palate. Now, primary or anterior palate with cleft lip. The cause of this is non-fusion of lateral palatine process with the median palatine process on one side. So here is a unilateral cleft of the primary or anterior palate. Here is a bilateral cleft of primary or anterior palate with cleft lip. Now secondary or posterior palate is due to non-fusion of lateral palatine process with each other, this one. So it may be unilateral cleft of the secondary or posterior palate, or it may be bilateral cleft of secondary or posterior palate. Now the combination of anterior and posterior cleft or cleft of primary and secondary palate is due to non-fusion of lateral palatine process with each other, with the median palatine process and with the nasal septum superiorly. This diagram shows bilateral cleft of anterior part of the palate and unilateral cleft of the posterior part of the palate with bilateral cleft lip. This diagram showing bilateral cleft of the anterior part of the palate and bilateral cleft of the posterior part of the palate with bilateral cleft lip. Now the other anomalies of face are the oblique facial cleft or orbitofacial fissures, often bilateral and extend from the upper lip to the medial margin of the orbit. Oblique facial clefts is due to failure of fusion of the maxillary process with the lateral nasal process. In this case, nasolacrimal duct exposed to the surface. Macrostomia and microstomia, that is related to the oral fissure. Macrostomia is very large mouth, means opening of mouth is very wide. In this diagram you can see it. It's due to the incomplete fusion of mandibular and maxillary process. Microstomia is a small mouth is due to excessive fusion of mandibular and maxillary process. Other facial anomalies are single nose is due to the formation of only one nasal placode. Bifid nose is due to non-fusion of medial nasal process. Proboscis is an elongated cylindrical projecting nose. Cyclops due to fusion of both eye. Proboscis and cyclops both found together. Hypertelorism is widely placed eye due to failure of narrowing of frontonasal process. Agnathia is absence of lower jaw. Retrognathia is a small mandible in that chin does not reach the rest of the face. Using imaging techniques, fetal facial anomalies are readily recognizable by the beginning of second trimester. Most of the facial anomalies can be corrected surgically. Thank you.